All right, welcome everybody. So let's continue working with data frames and slicing data using indexing. And so we just loaded up an external file of a bunch of transaction data from a bike store. And that data was kind of messy and we needed to clean it up a bit. So if you are just opening this data frame, or excuse me, if you're just opening this Colab notebook for the first time and you want to run all of these code cells smoothly, you need to create this data frame called bike clean in order for this to work. And probably the easiest way to create this data frame if you are just opening this Colab notebook, and there's a link to this notebook in the description of this video, um, is to run all of the code cells in this notebook prior to this one. So if you go into the runtime menu and click run before, this is going to run every single code cell prior to this one. And you can double check that if you run this code cell right here, everything should run nicely and you should be looking at this summary output over here. And if so, you are all caught up and you're good to go. And so now let's pick up with question 3, which is just asking us to practice our indexing that we did in earlier videos. So this is asking us to slice rows 23 through 28 and pick off just the columns corresponding to brand, product line, and list price. Okay, so we want to pick off rows 23 through 28. So I can do that by indicating first, right? The first index we enter are the row indices. And since I want to continuous rows 23 through 28, I would use the colon syntax there. So 23 colon 28. That's all rows from 23 through 28. And then I want to do select some of the columns. So I can do this either by indicating the names of the columns that I want to keep. So I want to keep brand, so I can put brand in there. I want to keep product line, so I can put product line in there. And I want to keep list price, so I can put list price in there. And print that out. Whoop. I did not get my L when I copied list price. Okay. And that keeps just rows 23 through 28 and just brand, product line, and list price. And now I can see that brand and product line, these are being stored as factors, which is great. List price is being stored as double. These are decimals. I could chosen to do this, to do the column indexing, instead of using the names, I could use the numbers. So for example, brand was column 2. Product line was column 3. So I could say, okay, let's take 2 through 3. And list price was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's column 6. So I want columns 2 through 3 and 6. So this would do the same thing just by indicating the column indices instead of the column names. Either way, we get this, we slice out the same data from the bike clean data frame. Okay. So in the next videos, we're going to talk about how we can slice data using logical statements. So for example, maybe I want to keep the rows that just have all of the observations where the brand is equal to Trek bicycles or something like that. So now I want to slice out subsets of data conditional upon some logical statements where the list price is equal to a certain value or not equal to a certain value or greater than a certain value. So that's what's coming up next. So stay tuned for that in the next video. Thanks, everyone.